see it out of here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, so. And that I will call to order the Albany Conservation Commission meeting of April 2nd to order at 6:31. We're gonna jump right to the appointments today because we have someone that's here. So I would like to start with Kelly and present.
I feel like I'm on Shark Tank.
I know.
Now, I haven't, you, Mike?
Yeah,
Mike's
okay,
doing
okay.
it.
Kelly.
Yeah, I've been keeping bees for 5 years now, and I sell at quite a few stores and farms up and down the valley. And 2 farms, particular Davis Farm and Grandview, who do the farms in Albany, showed interest in me keeping some hives at the farms. Beneficial to them, beneficial to me, because I get the honey and they get the pollination.
Thank you.
And it's an ideal location because it pretty much is a straight shot up the valley from there over the river and through the woods, and you're hitting Sherman Farm, you're hitting Hussey, you're hitting what's it called, Nottingvale or something.
Yes, yeah.
And all the way up, Solo Farms up there, there's a lot of farms that benefit from this. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do is local theme, Mount Washington Valley type stuff. I brought this is my honey, and I've already been scolded for not bringing one for everyone, but
Yeah.
you could pass that down around.
Okay,
That's-
thank you.
That's my brochure and that's my
Swiss
product.
River, okay.
And like I said, it actually, the label even actually mentions Albany in it, has a little speech on the back, a little mission statement,
Right.
so to speak. A lot of beekeepers don't move their hives around. I'm gonna do this a little different. I have 18 on my property, which is right here in Albany, right on Route 16. And I want to hopscotch through the valley with 2 to 4 units at various locations. Bees they'll go up to 3 miles. They forage quite a ways, but it's not productive because they're out 3 miles. It could be an all-day trip to go 3 miles, come back with
Yeah.
a tiny little
Especially-
speck.
Especially
Yeah.
that Route 16 traffic getting.
Yeah, they got to cross 16 from my house, and they
Yeah.
might not make it across.
Yeah,
So.
it takes forever to get in.
Yeah, if you survive the turn, so, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm pushing with the farms too. They're all thrilled about it. I sell a lot to a local grocer, and they're very natural, and they love the idea, and all the way up, I sell all the way up into Jackson, so, Thompson House Eatery.
Hi. No worries.
So, hey Sean, I just started.
Yeah.
Nothing worth backing up on.
Yeah.
So, other locations, I haven't had to ask for permission because they're asking me. They want me there, but we being with the town, and rather than just going into Davis and going into Granville, I thought it'd be smarter to go to town to let them know what potentially we could do.
So you're thinking 2 to 4 hives?
Yeah.
And you're gonna have an electric
This
fence?
is the sign that I'll have around.
Okay.
And I wrote down a few things just to cite. Yeah, typically 4 hives. The area it would take would be around 10 feet by 20 feet, because it'd be straight across. It'd be 3-strand electric fence, a low one, a second one, and a high one, with a solar battery,
Right.
you can't plug it
That was one
in.
of my questions too, yeah.
Yeah, with signage throughout, however many signs it might take, at least 4, one on each corner, and it won't be on the walking paths, I'll set up out of the way so people aren't just walking along and all of a sudden this thing, and be off in a corner. I'm thinking maybe between the 2 farms is that one hedgerow that goes right down the middle there. I'm not over on the river where people walk and it's not up to the road, so that's my thought. It'll be highly visible because the boxes are light colored. They're either blue, gray, or multicolored, but nothing unsightly. It looks really nice, so, the solar array, it's just a little panel. Typically doesn't get messed with because the bees guard it pretty good,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And the battery, what you do with the battery is you actually put it in the hive area under a hive box, so people think it's a hive. But nobody goes too close anyway.
Yeah, right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Chicken.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know, I was in Venice, Florida.
So is that fence effective against bears?
Yes,
It is?
that's what it's for.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have them in my yard, and it's amazing how when bears are just babies.
yeah.
But like any animal, they can't afford to get hurt. And if there's anything that's gonna hurt them in the wild, they don't go near it. I actually watched one touch it once, and he was, I mean, I never seen a bear run like that. And it's no more than, it's not even as if you put your finger in an outlet in your house, it's less than that. It's just, it's by no means a deadly shock,
Yeah.
but it gets your attention,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's all it takes. I mean, you could grab onto it. I've seen, I haven't done it, but I've seen people have done it, actually hold on to it to see how long they can hold it, but
Yeah,
I'm chicken shit.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's effective, and that's what it's for us for bears. Nothing else really messes with it. Skunks will go under, but skunks are the same way, and rodents and things, they get stung once and they're gone, so the bees generally take care of that. But bees don't mess with you unless you're messing with their hive. You can, I don't know if you ever have a bee's nest on your house, you walk by it 1,000 times, you never know they're there until you go to paint the house. You know they're there. I mean, they can be flying about everywhere and you wouldn't notice until when they get to the hive is when they converge, but when they come out of it, they spread out. But even the honeybees are kind of docile. They don't like the sting because they die when they sting, so it doesn't aid them any. So that's what I'd like to do. Kathy shot me a couple of ideas that I might be considering, and I do have liability insurance for consumption. I'll have to check and see if that covers whether someone gets stung and has a reaction to it. I've never seen or heard of such a
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
But being with the town, I understand it to be a concern.
yeah,
Liability insurance for consumption is if someone finds a hair. and
yeah,
wants to
right,
sue
oh,
you.
yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, it would require a certificate of insurance naming
Yeah.
the town, right?
Right,
Right.
and that's what
Right.
if I went with this, with the farms, they must have insurance.
Yes,
Yes,
But,
and that's the same thing, it's
Yeah.
a certificate of insurance naming the town is also insured.
yeah, so I can
Yeah.
separate out from the farm and be an individual.
and you said your business was registered with the state
Yep,
as a
yep, I'm actually
Okay.
a farm,
farm, okay?
yeah. And a lot of this, I pass through the Department of Agriculture and through UNH, the co-op here in Conway. They have some really good people that are big into pollination and bees in general. So I've been talking with them a lot. And
And how many years did you say you've been doing this?
5,
5?
yeah, I've been,
Okay.
5, but I just started selling in the last year.
Mhm.
Semi-retirement, little game to play, you know, 'cause Uncle Sam won't give me enough, I gotta subsidize with something, and
Right,
an older gentleman got me into this years ago, and he's leaving, so I bought him out, and I have everything now, and it's a good thing to do.
yeah,
And I'd like to, rather than just do it on my property, and I'd like to make it a more local, I mean, I'm not a tree hugger, to say, but nature is a wonderful thing.
yes, it is,
This is
yeah, and this is certainly a win-win.
Yeah,
for farmers.
yeah, no, and it's,
Thing.
yeah, it absolutely is. And, it aids me and it aids them, like I said.
Mhm.
So anything you think you want me to get to you, let me know.
Okay,
I won't be considering doing something until May,
Okay,
so you'll have another meeting before that.
yeah, yeah,
I have his delivery pies coming the first week of May.
yeah.
Then I'll get them, and then when I start placing them, it'll
Okay.
be probably middle of May. so-
Okay, yeah. May 7th would be our next meeting, so.
I don't think this requires us to confirm with the Saco
I wouldn't think so.
on Roosevelt, right?
I don't think it requires us, but I think it's always good practice.
Just to let them
should we-
know.
Yeah, but should we
Yeah.
just notify them? I
Yeah.
didn't know how we should we, I mean,
The only thing I was wondering about is the hives would be year round.
No, they come out in the fall.
Oh, you remove them?
I remove them.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's the only question.
Yeah, okay.
It's just better for me to keep an eye on them, on my own crops, because
Yeah.
you do want to do certain, you gotta winterize them, and it's good to have them buffered from the elements
Yeah.
and accessible in case, on a good day, which, like this year in February, I got to go in and peek at them, just to make sure they were still buzzing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
They'd come back and more of a mobile thing.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
So you need vehicle access in there too.
Yeah, which they have quite a bit, and I don't have to back right up to it, it's just as long as it's, because it's one full box of bees, but then the other boxes are just supers that they'll build honey, and they're not very heavy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take a lot of maintenance either, once I put them in, it's a bee,
Mm-hmm, right,
every couple of weeks just to go check them until the flow starts. When the honey really starts kicking in, then I'm just collecting it.
yeah, great.
Yeah, so
That's all that's all the
Yeah.
questions I have. Any other questions or,
yeah,
yeah?
shall we vote on it?
vote with the, saying that I need to get the insurance, just put that as the
Yeah.
stipulation.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
right. I make a motion that we let Kelly put his 2 to 4 beehives out on the Albany Town Forest with the farmers, pending liability insurance and notification of Upper Soccer Valley Trust.
Is that something you guys do?
Mm-hmm, yes, yeah, we'll tell him. Okay,
I'll second that one.
okay. Mike's gonna second the
Second?
motion? Yes,
Okay, somebody else made it first?
I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think,
I made the motion that we
Okay, okay,
accept him as
sorry.
beekeeper. I know, it was kind of a long
No,
motion.
no, I particularly got a little thing, a hearing problem.
All right, I'll try and speak louder, I do speak softly.
It was the same from the bottom.
Pending liability insurance.
That's the honey.
We'll let him.
We should maybe amend the motion. It should just say Kelly Robitel Field and Forest Farm.
Yeah.
Farm, the business name.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Field and
It's-
Forest Farm.
oh, I'm sorry?
Field and Forest.
Field and Forest, thank you.
yeah.
Okay, Field, oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Forest. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, since that's the,
okay, so.
Licensed business
pending, Pending,
That's LLC.
pending
Yes.
COI, okay. Okay,
okay, made, seconded. Any other discussion?
No.
All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous.
And if you want a free sample, visit any local store and
Mhm,
pay
yeah.
$12.95. Sorry about that. But just, that right there, I
Yeah.
sell to the store for $9.75.
Yeah.
So that's how much honey is, that's how much work goes into it that you have
Oh,
to get
yeah,
that kind of.
it's huge,
premium.
yeah.
So, it's liquid gold.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
I gotta
you.
fly, I'd love to
Okay.
stay with you.
All right,
Thank you.
thank
thanks, have a
you.
good one.
Thank you.
I have a printer. All right, so with that being said, we'll move on to new business, which would be to approve the meeting minutes of February 6th, 2024, which was our last meeting. Hope everyone had a chance to read those, and any comments or additions, deletions? No? All good? Okay, I will then make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes from February 6, 2024. Can I have a second?
Second.
Sean's gonna second.
Okay. Okay.
All those in favor of approving those minutes signify by saying aye.
All right.
All right, everyone approves. It occurred to me, even though we're getting this huge snowstorm, ugh, that spring cleanup in the Albany Town Forest really can't be that far away.
Right.
So I didn't know if you wanted to start, I didn't want to maybe set a date, but at least start thinking about whether you wanted to do it in June or May. I know sometimes we like to try and do it before the, before the
Memorial
bugs,
Day.
yeah, before the bug season. So I just wanted to at least open that discussion before people's calendars got filled up. So Memorial Day is the 27th, so the weekend of the 25th, 26th, and 27th is Memorial Day weekend. So the weekend before that would be the 18th, Saturday the 18th, tentative. So we could think about that and, then
At
it,
least stick it on the calendar.
right.
For that, would it likely be trail, what's the highest priority? Trail maintenance or more cutting trees for the view or other?
Oh, right, yeah, we were talking about that potentially, right? And then you're in the salvage cut area, you mean?
Oh, no,
Oh.
the along 16 view, keep doing that thing? What do you guys think is the priority?
I
Well, the
think,
trails, we usually
Trails.
run around and do the trails just because, I mean, especially this winter, there's a lot of
Yeah.
blowdowns,
Yeah.
a lot of branches down.
Yeah.
You haven't been out on any trails yet, have you?
No, most of them are underwater still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right,
And now they'll be under snow again.
right.
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
but I have been on a lot of trails in the valley, and there's just a lot of blowdowns.
That's what I'm thinking, there's gonna be a lot
It's
of people down,
everywhere.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially recently, there was a lot, there was a ton of, there was,
Yeah.
actually it was this week.
Yes.
Yep.
we had all that
45
wind.
mile-an-hour winds on the west
Yep.
side.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and that's supposed to,
Yeah.
happen again with this storm,
Yeah, there was a
so.
lot, there was a lot of fresh stuff this week.
well, we should definitely keep up on the 16 now that we cut it back too. So, but I mean, it looks pretty clear right now.
Well, it's the bigger area that is gonna be the wet area down there, and it's just gonna be a swamp down there
Right.
for,
Yeah.
for a while.
So maybe for fall?
Yeah,
do
maybe
that.
for fall, I could drive up a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's always nicer to work down there when the leaves aren't on the trees, but it's gonna be a soup down there, yeah. I was looking at that the other day,
Yeah,
thinking, jeez.
Did we ever get a combination for the lock to get down behind there? I mean, I'm assuming the farmers, do they have a keyed lock that they use? Is that how they get in?
It's a combination.
Combination,
All right, and it's been updated,
updated.
and the new.
Here we
I'm,
go.
I'm asking for myself only because I see that there's a big tree that fell down in the field down by 16.
But we're not gonna say it.
Okay.
You can scribble on a piece, scribble on here.
I have it written down in a really specific, safe place.
I think it's,
Yeah, okay.
pretty sure.
Like I said, I have it written down and highlighted and,
I just remember the last time I asked, it seemed that no one really knew what it was anymore. So,
the Forest Service knows.
like I said,
Yeah.
I'd probably go down there this spring. I mean, beforehand, there's one tree that fell down out into the field. Just cut that up and get it out of the
Okay.
way before the bugs come out.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
But it'd be nice to drive down close by.
yeah. I've already been starting to think up, around town, who else we can recruit this year to help us, because I think there's gonna be a little extra. And I know last year, I
Oh.
could barely walk afterwards in 4 hours.
Huh.
I was like, oh boy.
yeah. Well, let's see.
You got a crew, Jake? Okay,
Good.
yeah,
Yeah, some coworkers.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah, just a few hours, to,
yeah, a morning.
I've been thinking about some neighbors,
Mm-hmm.
that we could get,
Great.
yeah, to come down.
The more Albanians, the better.
Yes, yep. So, okay, like I said, that was going through my mind and I wanted to get it out there. Probably don't have this like an exact order. We got the notice from Tim Nolan
Yep.
about our wonderful timber cut. I had heard, Kevin had said that it was done. And we got a fair chunk of change.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that we probably should contact Tim Nolan and go forward with our timber management plan.
Yes.
Get on his list
Yep.
to do that now that we have the
Funds to pay
finances.
for that. Yep.
Yeah,
I'll contact him for that, and I think he would be planning to come to next month's meeting.
sure, yeah,
Yeah, but yeah.
that would be great. Thank you, Sean. I'll put him on there. Let's see if we can get him on the agenda right away. Appointment. May meeting. I feel bad that we had to do that timber cut, but at the same time, it couldn't have come at a better opportunity, a better time.
Exactly. Right.
I think everybody's looking at the same problem all around the valley.
Yeah,
This Whitaker Woods thing is
yes,
gonna be, they're gonna face that, and the town's looking at other areas as well,
yeah,
so, and so is it, not Nature Conservancy, the Green Hills.
Green-
Mhm.
yeah,
Is it Nature Conservancy that does it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever the Green Hills is.
Yeah.
It
You know,
is
they're-
Nature
they're the same
Conservancy,
issue.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think we were kind of,
it's unbelievable how much dead stuff is in the woods.
yeah. I'm almost
And
glad
that's what,
we
you
got
see
ahead
right
of
on
it.
16, where they were working 16, the last week or so?
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, if you want to pick up some oak, just
Oh,
go on
right,
16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
scoop
It's
it,
unbelievable. I don't know, it's,
all right. So, I guess part of the old business, new business is the update on the timber cut on Bald Hill is complete, and, so that was, like I said, amazing. I'm glad Tim was able to stay on top of that and was able to send us that completed mission. I'll keep on how to continue to raise money for the Conservation Commission in the future on the agenda so that we can keep those funds going, and I don't see any big plans in the future, but if we do come up with something, at least we have some funds to do something. And under any other business, I just threw out that, because we didn't have a meeting and this, town meeting was would have been after our March meeting, is that it was approved and voted to, that we, to see if the town will vote to place all net proceeds from any timbering of town forest land into the conservation fund in accordance with RSA 31P113 as previously established until rescinded. That was the big thing there, the big point. So that did pass, so it's all very crystal clear now for us to, any kind of timber cut that's done goes to us. Any other business to discuss tonight that you can think of? No? All right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe possibly in the future, a bridge at the
Oh.
west end, where it crosses we've talked about that in the past.
Yes, we
It's-
have.
So it's something worth, maybe starting to look into, how we can do it affordably. Now we have something to work with, plus with
Okay.
volunteers, so
Sure.
I think it would be great to have one going over there instead of going down through that rock pile.
Okay.
is it?
So all the way down on the west end.
Yeah.
And if you were to go right straight in that spur trail and just keep going right to the river,
Okay.
you have to go down through a riverbed basically.
Yeah. Okay.
It's always been kind of a gnarly spot. So we've tossed around doing a bridge there.
So you
many
mean a
times.
relocation in that spot area?
No, just bridge over that small. It's just a flood. You know, it's a riverway in there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
only when it's
You don't
flooding.
think a bridge though is, would wash away though, don't you think?
Well, I think you anchor it just the way we did the other one.
Oh, okay.
As we learned, it float away.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
yeah,
But do something like that, or do something raised with a
Right.
button and something.
yeah.
You know, I don't know. Some look into people with resources. You know,
Mm-hmm.
talk to Robert Adair. He's an engineer. You know,
Oh,
different people
right.
like that can come up with
Yes.
some pretty inventive ideas to
Yeah, right.
put something there that would
Yeah.
stay.
Yeah, and the other thing would be that the stream crossing that's partway down on the upper end, on the west
Right.
side there, right?
Yeah.
Which is a problem because of the, you know, it's floodplain practically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I've just seen people take big diggers down in the other
Yeah.
one, you know, just go
Yeah.
down that hill,
Yeah,
down
and
into
go
a
whoop.
bed of rocks. And,
Yeah.
Well, right. Oh,
yeah, so,
yeah. Yeah, that's problematic. That whole section's problematic, actually. I'd be curious to see what it's like after that flood in December.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just food for thought. You know, it's something to look into to
Yeah.
improve the trail down at that end, make it a little safer.
Okay, all right, put that on the agenda.
And I haven't traversed the cut area, the salvage cut area, other than the time I met with Kevin and Tim. But I don't know, maybe with the snow, check it out. But
Yeah,
Or let the mud go away.
at some point,
Yeah, right,
at
yeah.
some point, we got to just get
Start wandering around.
start wandering around
Around
and
up
see
there.
what's what.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
okay.
Yuck. It might be ugly.
Yeah, it'll be a mess. It should be a mess.
Well, yeah.
They should be slash all over the. Right,
Yeah,
It
right.
looks, I mean, from the road, it looks pretty clean. It looks like they did a pretty good job cleaning it out.
Yeah. These. And he said he was going to see the landing.
Yeah,
So,
right.
No, I mean, not just birch seed, but
Conservation mix or whatever.
Mhm.
oh, yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
the way it is.
see how it recovers.
That's right.
See what Mother Nature does.
It's a circle of life.
Yes, it is.
I can hear that song in the background.
Anything else, Kim?
That's it.
That's it? All right,
Make a motion to adjourn.
okay,
I'll second that.
okay. All right.
Second from
Jake,
Jake, okay.
and so the immediate meeting adjourns at 6:59. Our next meeting will be May 7th.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good.